Okay, good afternoon everyone. This is Vikas Janak Sharma and I am going to have a class on computer and today I have two questions with me. The first question is what is utility of MS Word and where it is commonly used. Please explain how to achieve the following in MS Word. Okay, so according to me MS Word which is also known as Word file or Word document, it is a Microsoft Word which is popularly used as to create letters, to create essays, to write essays, to create brochures and different things to be created. Okay, generally it has been this particular application, this particular software has been created by Microsoft company and it is popularly used all over the world. There are various other applications of word processing like Google Docs is there, my MS Office is the popular one, Open Office is there, and many other are there in the market. Okay, so we are going to see some features of this particular thing, like how to change the font type or font face, both are same, and the size. Okay, so we will take some examples like here. See, suppose that if you want to change the font face or font size of a content, so what, first of all you have to select the content of which you want to do the changes. Okay, suppose that I have selected this first paragraph. I want to change the font style and font size of this particular paragraph. So what I will do, I will select the paragraph and then I will go to this home tab. Inside the home tab, font group is there, and in the font group I'll have to select the font. Now by default bookman old style is the font which has been applied to this particular paragraph, but I want to change it to some other. So what I will do, I will select on this particular arrow. Okay, after selecting on this particular arrow, when you will move your mouse pointer, you can see the changes. Okay, so according to the requirement, suppose that if you want to apply this particular uh, font style to your paragraph, and you can select that, and that particular font will be applied to that particular to the particular paragraph which you have selected. If you want to apply it to whole content, then you can select all and then change the style. Got it? Again, if you want to change the size of the text, so what you will do, again you will select and again go to the home tab, font group, and you can see the sizes over here. Okay, the minimum is 8, you can reduce less than 8 also. Okay, and you can extend whatever size is required for according to your document. Okay, generally we use 12 or 11 because it looks quite decent and it is um, it looks quite decent, and it attracts to the audience. So that is why I have taken 12. You can take anything like 24. If you select 24, it will appear like this. Okay, so I'll convert it to 12, again select it, and right, select the 12. Okay, so this is the way we can change font style and font size. Now the second question is justify feature, change the line spacing. Now line spacing is what? Again, if you want to change the line spacing of this particular paragraph, so what you will do, you will select the particular paragraph, and again you will go to the paragraph group. In this paragraph group, you can see line spacing is over here. Okay, generally default line spacing is 1.0. Okay, you can change it to 1.15. Okay, you can see the changes. The more you will increase 1.5, it will get the space between the lines will get increased. Okay, you can select 2, you can select 2.5, you can select 3, and so on. Okay, so generally the default one is 1, or you can make it to 1.5, which looks decent. So we should select whatever line spacing is required according to the document. Next is justify feature. Now justify feature is what? Justify feature is the alignment feature. In MS Word there are 4 alignment features, like left, align left is the default one. Whenever we write any content, it appears from the left hand side of the page. Okay, so left, align left is there, center alignment is there, right alignment is there, and justify is there. If you select the, it is the default one is the left alignment. Suppose that I am selecting the right alignment over here, then you can see the contents has been justified, or the contents has been aligned from right hand side, and in the left hand side someone is small, someone is big, and it is not appearing proper. So again I will change it to left. Suppose that if I change it to justify, then from both the side you can see the text will appear in the proper way. So this is called justify alignment. Next question is paragraph numbering. Now paragraph numbering is also known as it is also known as numbering or bullet numberings, you can say. Like I'll show you again over here. You can see I have taken 3 countries name. Okay, and in this, suppose that I want to add the numberings. So what I will do, I will select the first one. Okay, I'll go to the home tab. In the paragraph group, I'll select the numbering option from here. Okay, you can see this is the numbering option. When I'll select the numbering option, it automatically appears. The second paragraph, and again select the numbering. See, again it is appearing first. So you can see the option over here, autocorrect option. From this you can click continue option and it will get continue. Otherwise what you can do, you can select the last content of the last like in the second one, go take your mouse cursor to the last point and press enter key. When you will press enter key, automatically the third option will appear. Okay, and backspace the content and it will appear the third one. Okay, in the same way, if you want to add the fourth one, click and you can add the fourth one. Like suppose that USA. Got it? So this is the way we can enter numbering to the content. After that, next point is track facility. Now what is a track facility? Suppose that I have created this content, I have created this document, okay, and it is very important according to me. So what I will do, I can keep some password protection, or keep some things which will make my document safe. So suppose that I want to share this particular same document with my friend or with my colleague or someone else. Okay, so if I want that they do not make any changes in this particular content, so what I will do, I will make it as a track changes. So what I will do, I will go to the I'll go to the review tab. Okay, in the review tab you can see the track changes option is over here. What I will do, I will select the track option. Okay, now see it has been on. There are 3 options in the track changes. Change the tracking option or change the username. Got it? So you can, what you can do is you can track the changes, means whoever is changing you can track it down, and whoever is doing any corrections in your previous document or the original document, you will get tracked, or you will get the notifications, or not notifications, you will get tracked to those particular things. Okay, if you want to change the track options, like suppose that someone has changed some words, and if you feel that should be changed, then you can change it. Otherwise, if you want to change the username, suppose that you want to set it as a password protected, then you can click on this username and the password protected will apply. So you can see, suppose that I have switched on the track changes. Now I am deleting, I want to insert, suppose that in the place of is, I want to insert some new word like how, and and. Okay, you can see here the previous word is already here, it has been slashed and the new word has appeared. Okay, now if it will go to the original person, the person who have created this, and if that person feels that it should be this new word should be accepted, then that person will accept it, and the word will get accepted over here. And if that person feel that it should be rejected, then they can reject it, and the words will get rejected from this particular list. So this is the way track changes works. If I feel rejected, then see the and has been gone from here. If I feel that it should be rejected. So this is the way track changes works. Okay, so next one is comment facility. Now what is comment facility over here? Comment facility, suppose that in this particular paragraph ms is written over here. Someone, if any unknown person is reading this particular paragraph and that person don't know the meaning of ms, so what we can do, we can add comment to this words. Okay, various words can be added as a comment. So what I'll have to do, I'll have to select this, and I'll have to go to the review option, and you can see the new comment is present over here. I'll click on this new comment option. You can see the comment window has appeared. In this you can write the full form of this ms. So ms full form is Microsoft. Okay, so I'll add Microsoft. Okay, and this particular thing has been added. If you want to delete this comment, you can delete it from here. If you want to add some other comments to other particular word, you can add more comments. Okay, and this way the comments will get stored in your paragraph, so that the person who is reading, they can easily understand that what this particular thing is, or what the full form of this particular word. Okay, so this is the way comment works. Now the last one is endnote and footnote. Okay, now what is endnote and footnote? See, endnote and footnote is what? Endnote and footnote both have the similar things like endnote and endnote, footnote or comment. They both have the similar meaning. Like the way we are inserting the full form over here, in the same way in endnote or footnote also we does quite similar thing we does. So suppose that the CPU is written over here. Okay, and someone the person don't know what is the full form of CPU. So here also you can add endnote or footnote. So to add the endnote or footnote, again you will have to go to the reference tab. Inside the reference tab, in the footnote group, you can see the insert footnote or insert endnote is given over here. So what you will do, you will click on the insert footnote. Okay, the time when you will click on the insert footnote, you can see here, after CPU, one has been appeared. It means that you can write the full form of CPU over here. That is, okay, central processing unit. So that will be the full form of CPU. Okay, in the same way, if you want to add one more endnote, then again you can select any word. Suppose that I want to add for anything, you can take sample. Okay, sample, and then again you'll have to insert footnote. It will enter at the sample means example. Okay, so this is the footnote. You can see the two power to the 2 is appeared over here. When you will take your mouse pointer to this, you will able to see the meaning of this. If you will take your mouse pointer to this, you will able to see the full form of this. Okay, this is in case of footnote. Suppose that if you want to insert endnote, so what happens, the same thing is there, but it does not appears in the end of the page, it appears in the end of the content. Okay, suppose that I am adding some end note, inserting the end note over here. So what I will do, I want to insert end note to this particular this particular word. So I'll click this and insert end note. You can see it is appearing here only. Okay, so you can write whatever. Okay, you can write whatever end note you want to give over here. After the place where the contents are getting end, you can add end note over there. Okay, and footnote will end at the bottom of the page. Only this is the difference between these things. Okay, so the next particular part will be created in the next video. Thank you.